Welcome once again in the town of Talmud. Today I want to do a little walkthrough through the new maps we got in Lost Relics. And like you probably noticed already, there are a few new maps. I have to admit I won't get through all of them, but the ones I can do will be featured in the next days on my channel, so stay tuned. And today we want to look at Forgotten Chambers. Now you see the monsters which will appear in this dungeon, also you see the resources you can gather in this dungeon, and you see the rarity which you can take in the dungeon with you. So in this case we can only take commons with us. So I already equipped a common sword and a common bow. I downgraded my pickaxe, and normally I have at least the rejuvenation ring. In this case I can't take it with me, so this would be this one, but we can't take it with us. So like I mentioned in my last Lost Relics video, you should probably take some food with you. Probably I won't need any of them, but I just take it for safety reasons with me. And in this case we can't take the town scroll with us. Normally I would recommend that you take a town center scroll with you to save your last chances if you get really in trouble, if you have no food or no potions left. But in this case we can't take it with us, so this will stay here. And I would say let's just head to the dungeon. See you after the intro. So, welcome back. Let's jump right into this dungeon. Let's start Forgotten Chambers and have a look at the different monsters we will find. Maybe we have some luck and maybe we find some blockchain items, because the last update added some new blockchain items. So maybe we find one today. And let's just have a look at what we find here. The first thing here are these traps here. The burning mechanism isn't any longer a time-based burn. You have to dodge it at this end here. So you have to walk around it. And here the same. We just get the enemies at us, so we won't get distracted while mining this little stone here. And right afterwards we go further. This is also one of the new features. A room can sometimes be closed if you enter it and there are some monsters left. Also, if you pull some monsters inside this room and you want to leave the room on the other side also, the room gets closed instantly if you want to leave. So you have to be careful for that. We just turn off the chat so this won't distract anyone. So the same here, the door gets closed. Just watch out a little bit. In the first dungeon it isn't so necessary to avoid as much hits as possible, because there aren't that many enemies in this dungeon, but the better you get in this dungeon with avoiding the enemy attacks or killing them as fast as possible, the better you will be in the further dungeons, in the two-sword dungeons, or maybe even if you have some green weapons, you could try a three-sword map. the main thing you have to watch out, in my opinion, is your energy bar, because I think this gets drained a little bit faster than in the past, because you have to attack the enemies more often. You also get hit a little bit more. There were many changes that made Lost Relics a little bit more challenging, but that only means that you have to train a little bit more. You have to learn. Oops, there we ran nearly in the burn mechanism. So you have to watch out that you don't tank too many monsters at once. It isn't a hack and slay game where you run right into the monsters and just keep hitting them. You have to learn the attack patterns to avoid as many hits as possible. Sometimes even go around the corner so the monsters are easy to hit. Sometimes it can be useful to wait a little bit to let your energy bar refuel or refill a little bit. Like I already said, in this dungeon we probably won't need any food, but still you have to watch out. If you don't care about the amount of monsters which are hitting you, and you only stay inside of them or inside the monster mob, then it can happen very fast that you end up getting too much damage. So where do we go now? Just look if there are any chests or something in the corners. Watch out if there are any traps. So let's just refill the energy bar a little bit. Probably we need to run back to explore the other way so we don't miss anything. Doggo, did you kill everything? No, you left the shelf here. We have to turn around. So this way. Just wait for it. Kill this one. Let's have a. There is the end of the map. So we just run back so we can collect the things we will find in the lost areas. Like I already said, we don't need any food here. But if you stay inside the enemies, you don't watch your energy bar, and you end up hitting these enemies over and over and over again and don't do much damage because you can't use your right click often enough. Here, this is also a new feature. This is the Fountain of Youth. This will help you to regenerate health and energy. Just look at it. Now we can hit them a little bit better. So Doggo keeps destroying the shells. So no additional mining rock. Yeah, and let's head back to the end. And that is nearly all of Forgotten Chambers. It can happen that it isn't that easy sometimes, but that depends on the structure of the map, because it's a procedural generated level. So it can happen that there are many strong enemies in one room, but Forgotten Chambers is an easy map, so you should probably you should have no problems here. One tip I keep always saying here is to wait for these chests to fully empty, because sometimes there are items at the end of the coin chain, so sometimes it is better to wait a little bit. Not that you're heading out of the dungeon and then you see, oh no, there was an item and I left it. So just keep that in mind. That was Forgotten Chambers. Just watch out a little bit how fast you run in the rooms. Don't get overwhelmed. If you have any food, just take a little bit of food with you. But as far as you can only take common weapons and common tools with you, you won't lose that much. The most expensive one is the pickaxe in this case, because the sword and the bow will be, you'll get a new bow and a new sword if you die, so you won't lose them. And I would say that was it for today. If you have any further questions regarding Forgotten Chambers or any other map in Lost Relics, just let me know in the comments, and I hope you will have some fun grinding the new maps of Lost Relics, and the new map will be featured in the next day. So stay tuned, subscribe to my channel, and see you next time.